So the first product is Quaker State Full Synthetic. I'm going to crack open a new seal. And we're just going to put just enough into this cup to lubricate the race bearing. So I'm going to lift this up a little bit, and you can see that we're getting plenty of lubricant on the race bearing and the roller bearing. And to be really, really fair, I'm going to push really slow and really gentle up until the point where the lubricant is going to fail. And as you can see, this will be the amount of pressure here. And go really slow. I'm going to let it warm up. Slowly putting a little more pressure. Looks like it failed at about 150 pounds of torque, or inch pounds.
Yeah, seats right up.
Yeah. So very, very little force on the wrench to cause the oil to fail. And the reason for that is because oil simply just gets squeezed out. There's no amazing characteristics other than the fact that it happens to get trapped in there. So let's now we're just going to add a little bit of this Lucas oil additive, and this hopefully, because this is an extremely thick product. And one of the claims to fame about this stuff is they've got this little countertop demo where you can crank it, and because this stuff is so thick, they often call it motor honey, and it actually climbs. So their claim to fame is that it climbs up to the top of the gears and lubricates better than something else. But I was on the internet the other day, and there was a very compelling article about how something like that thick can entrap so much more air bubbles in your oil and just turn it into a thick white foam. So we're going to test this today, and as you can see, that's a brand new package. They put quite a seal on these packages.
Just a little bit in there?
Yep, just a little bit. Oop.
Yeah, that does look like honey.
It's really thick stuff. So we're going to let that mix in there. Yeah, you can see how thick that is. It's got a huge coating of lubricant on the bearing. So now I'm going to go real slow. I'm going to be very fair. I'm going to let it warm up. It seemed to fail at about the same rate as the synthetic. Okay, so basically, as far as I can see, it doesn't seem to
didn't make any difference at all.
Doesn't seem to improve the lubricity, whether you're using top of the line Quaker State synthetic or this really popular oil stabilizer. So that might be good for I don't know. Maybe that's good for sealing leaks in your engine, but it doesn't seem to be better for improving for resisting the metal-to-metal contact, which is essentially what a lubricant is supposed to do.
So I guess the bearing's getting damaged in there while.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see what's been going on there.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see that, George, but zoom in real close, and there's a substantial amount of damage on that bearing.
Don't move it. Let's just so we can get right in there.
Okay. And I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but it's a very, very scratched and gouged surface. It's quite a rough surface on there, so keep that in mind. We're going to show you something quite interesting here. Can you see that okay?
Yep. Yeah, it shows right up.
And now just to show a different side of what Bi-Tron does, we're not going to put a new bearing on here. We're actually going to use the existing bearing so that it's a very fair test. We're just going to add the Bi-Tron, grab a bottle of the engine treatment at random, whichever one.
Show the top.
Yeah. These came from our packs that get shipped directly to us, so we're taking a chance here. We're taking a chance. We're going to basically
make sure the camera can see that.
So we're going to, can you see that okay?
You betcha.
So we're going to crack the original seal of this particular bottle. And I don't know if you can see from the camera there, I'm just going to put the tiniest amount in here. You only need about a 15% ratio of this product. And I'm going to do the exact same test. I'm going to do it nice and slow, nice and fair. I'm already at 200. There's no additional load on the motor.
And it sounds different too.
It sounds smooth. There's no squealing. I'm still gradually putting more pressure. 400. Now this is hurting my arms. This is quite a bit of pressure.
That's amazing.
Two arms here. So now here we're already at the maximum. I mean, I could probably push it beyond that. Just to show that it can probably do 700, 800. There's probably no limit.
You're gonna break the torque wrench.
Yeah, I don't want to damage anything. But as you can see, that's not bleached. That's what's going on in your engine. That's what I mean. This is amazing stuff, and one of the biggest reasons I got into this business, I had a really amazing personal story with it. My Supra's differential wore out. It was producing metal shavings. My mechanic told me it was an $800 rebuild. I couldn't afford that at the time. I put in 6 ounces of the gear formulation, and that was 6 months ago, and it's running just fine. The last time I checked it, there's no more metal shavings, so that's proof that this is an amazing product that even works in any automotive environment. So whether or not you need to save yourself a rebuild or you just want your vehicle to last a really long time, this is worth every single penny you'll ever put in your vehicle. But before we do anything else, I'm going to show you something really amazing. I'm going to actually remove the lubricant bath, and as you can see, this is the real test. This proves that you don't need to have really thick oil to get it to stick to the metal. You just need special technology. And only Bi-Tron is the one that has the technology that physically bonds lubricating oil molecules to the metal surfaces. So, and this is what's going to prove it: the fact that there's no oil bath. And I can still put full pressure on the torque wrench. And it's like nothing's going on. Look at that. That's amazing. You can actually see a little bit of smoke. That's the regular oils probably burning away. We're not suggesting that you run your motor with no oil, but should your oil pump fail, your water pump fail, you've got that extra measure of protection.
And it's not drawing any more amperage on the
It's not drawing any more amperage. It's quiet. It's smooth. That's just the most. And now I'm going to show you something that's really impressive. This is not magic. This is just science. I don't know if you can see the bearing here, George, but if you zoom in real close, you'll see that it actually smoothed and polished out the roughness.
Like glass. Yeah.
And why would it do that? Basically because it has such a strong attraction to the metal. You've got no metal-to-metal contact, so the microscopic peaks and valleys are actually smoothing themselves out. So if you've got any rough surfaces from previous engine wear, it's going to smooth them out, and you're going to have basically glass-like polished surfaces throughout your entire drivetrain. And that's, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but that's probably a big reason why some people are getting substantial boosts in mileage and horsepower, is because there's such a dramatic reduction of friction in their engines.
Wow, that's amazing. So I guess that can really reduce your potential skepticism about Bi-Tron.
There's no way we could have faked that. There's no editing. We're just two guys in a garage with a camcorder. And this is one of the reasons why I'm very excited about this business, because these are multi-million-dollar oil companies, and we're just at the ground floor with Bi-Tron.